Well, all right. So, just want to start up this live. You know, what I'm saying, shalom. It's James Speed. I was just gonna talk about a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff been going on right now, mainly United States, all over the world, but here in the U.S. of A. Um, a lot of stuff going on, but primarily dealing with uh, the eclipse. How this total solar eclipse, April the 8th, 2024. How this plays, how everything plays into it, and how it plays into everything, right? Good, bad, ugly. Like I mentioned before, this is a year that deals with number 8. I think it's going to be occurring thing in the month of Nisan in the Hebrew calendar. A lot of things, connect with it Hebraically. Okay, ancient wise, and a lot of things that happened in history happened when such an eclipse occurred. A lot of things took place, like wars, right? Even here in America, when you had things happen, right? So these eclipse, which is signs, happen during or after um, or before some kind of war, some kind of calamity, some kind of situation, right? So 2017, excuse me, 2017 was after that eclipse. A lot of things happened, mainly with death in the economy. Okay, so yeah, and I don't went into what this means. These two eclipses, 2017, I think it's August 2017 and April 8th this year, what it symbolized, especially for the children of Israel, right? Those blacks who've been scattered to the four corners of the earth, mainly here in the wilderness of North America, uh, what it means for us. And it really applies to us, for those who know. Uh, our freedom, our resurrection, and at I don't think there's ever been a time in the U.S. history where it's rumors or there's articles or there's saying about pulling out the National Guard during or before this eclipse, right? Or April 8th. So that's a sign of times. But either way, the other nations, mainly Gentiles, whether they be the righteous Gentiles or just regular ones, regular Gentiles, they seem to be, you know, um, yeah, on edge, right, about what this means. And really, what they're not really trying to say, ones of them know, few of them, but the vast majority of them all know, but what majority of them don't want to say, what this means for the people they have never gave reparations to this day. The people that they have mistreated the most, they have killed and steal from the most, and hold themselves not guilty. You know, all this preparation. You see, it wasn't really that big of a deal in 2017, but for this one, it's like everybody's talking about it, especially the Goyim, the Gentiles, right? They seem to be um, really at the edge of their seat right now. And for good reason. Because if I was them, I would be on the edge of my seat too. But this is something for everybody to pay attention to, right? Everybody to be aware of, right? Because this is going to be uh, something that, like I said, it's eight, very beneficial to certain other people, and it's still going to be a test that you're going to go through, but it's going to be beneficial at the same time for those who of the righteous lineage or those who are trying their best to walk in, right? And it's going to be a lot of calamity and things for ones who ain't of that lineage and ones who may be of the lineage and don't want to get right. Because as the word says, the circumcised should go down with the uncircumcised, right? Leave us Jeremiah, right? So those are uncircumcised go down with those of the uncircumcised, right? In judgment. So if you've been carrying on like them or worse than them, you know, but this is something that we pray that we all make it. You see what I'm saying? But if you know you've been doing your best to try to cope with Babylon or trying your best to stay, um, how can I say, stay free from the traps, things here, then yeah, you don't really have that much to be worried about because you know where you stand with the Most High. All right, you know you have that relationship, you have that bond. But the other nations, yeah, they need to be, especially those who, you know, need to be worried. Okay, so the one nation, so yeah, but yeah, you never seen this before. So I mean, we have all kind of stuff going on, right? A lot of tension building up, and I just got word. Uh, well, yeah, I saw about 2 or 3 days how you had this Illinois, I think it was an Illinois federal judge, and y'all probably heard about it. At this point in time, decided to rule that illegal immigrants have the right to keep and bear arms, or basically have the right to carry. Because this particular case where this legal immigrant didn't have, I guess, a violent background or whatever, so you know, and they also used the Bruin case, the case that says U.S. citizens have the right. These states like Illinois and California who was doing a May issue with a gun permit now has to be a shall issue state, right? So if there's nothing like legally or federally, like what I'm saying, hindering you from owning a gun, that you shall it be issued at. But now we have constitutional carry states. I live in one now, so we have 29 states that are constitutional carry. I think Louisiana and South Carolina just joined, recently joined that. So, but what I'm saying, we're looking at that this judge doesn't live in one of these states. Is not Illinois is not a two-way friendly state. Far as the government, I ain't saying the people, but far as the government, right? The politicians there, mainly, and this judge is an Obama appointed judge. Now everybody know about Obama and Biden and all them. They have done everything in their power to try to strip Americans of your right to keep and bear arms, right? The laws that he passed, they're definitely not two-way friendly, especially So this judge who just passes was a Obama appointed judge. And like I said, and they used to do everything. They've been anti-Bruin since it's been brewing. Okay, with anti, that. Oh, it's good. America is going to be the Wild Wild West. You're going to try to turn America to the Wild Wild West. We don't need more guns, and we don't need these kind of ARs. We don't need this kind of, they have done everything in their power to strip the citizens and especially the residents of their own states and towns and cities of their two-way rights. And all of a sudden, oh, legal immigrants, it's not bad. It's okay to have a gun. It's your right. Second Amendment. Brewing. Brewing. But when it comes to citizens, when it comes to American citizens, born and raised here, who probably have fought, families who fought in war to defend this country, what you doing with that? They trying to build registries and all kind of stuff. Well, what kind of rounds you have? You can't have this kind of round. You can't have so many rounds. You can't have this kind of semi-automatic, this automatic. You can't have the, you know what I mean. You got to have your gun safe, locked up in the safe. YouTube, you can't show your firearm on a live. You got to be, I guess, do a regular video. All this stuff. We got to save lives. But if a person come here illegally, if they don't have, I guess, a violent crime, you don't know these people anyway. Oh, there's not a problem. So it's not about two-way. It's about everything. When it comes to getting housing, coming to getting food, shelter. Anyway, I had to make this live solely based on that. But you get getting that. But them doing stuff like that, if they would have did this maybe 10 years ago, yeah, we could say, hey, yeah, it's going to be a big win for the two-way. But the fact that who did it, who said that immigrants can also carry, like, hold on, and who seem to be in favor of them coming over here illegally anyway, usually from that particular. we say, I'm not accusing nobody of nothing, but it don't seem right. Don't seem right. Like especially at this time where we have the issue, the situation that happened. Uh, we had other situations happen between citizens and illegal immigrants or people that they suspect of being illegal, confrontations and stuff. We Chicago, a lot of tension brewing. Then we had a situation happen in New York, with a black man in New York that had his gun taken away. He got into a fight with I think it was an Arab guy, and they got into, and it was based on that. It was about he thought the guy was an illegal immigrant. And I'm not sure if he is or not, but he mentioned that, oh, y'all come over here fighting police and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. They get into it. Y'all seen the video. One of the girls that was staying with the guy who was suspected to be a illegal immigrant, she sounded like she could have been Hispanic, Latino, whatever. She stabbed the black guy in the back, who was, you could say he was the aggressor, you know what I'm saying? Hanson the aggressor. But, people kind of, understand his sentiment, like, hey, y'all come over here doing this and all that, but he was aggressive. But either way, it was just hands. Him and the guy, basically he summoned the guy to combat. He basically called him out, challenged him, like, hey, I say it in your face, we here just talking. So the dude decided, hey, you ain't gonna talk to me like that. They both get up, square off. So it's it's gonna be man to man fight, hey, So the bigger black guy, he was, getting upper hand on the Arab guy. So the chick who was, I guess, standing around, she was sitting over there, she get up and stab dude in the back. Right? Allegedly, right? We see from, allegedly stabbed in the back with a knife. So he's like, oh, you stabbed me, woo, woo, woo. And so he take his he go yells at him, he go get his jacket, he takes the firearm out of his jacket, which is usually a big no-no, especially in New York, right? In the train, New York, right? On train, especially in the place in New York. He go take it. So he walks up to the couple, walks up to them, and you see the person video camera who's videotaping, video recording. Everybody start leaving, and you hear like about maybe 3 shots. So the Arab immigrant guy, whatever, he took the gun away from the big black guy and shot him. I think in the face, right? I think he survived, if I'm not mistaken. But everybody also asked too, well, what about old girl? Because she turned it up. She kind of like, it was just a regular, fist fight. But when she stabbed, allegedly stabbing dude, then it kind of escalated that. So instead of her trying to just break it up, like, hey, break it up, hey, stop, she decided, hey, because it's just it's hands, right? She decided to bring a weapon to it, right? So then it goes, so what's like I say, so it's one of the things, or immigrants or people that, people who from different, it's kind of, it's brewing. It's like, hold on, like, what's happening here? Certain, people who are American wouldn't have been able to get those rights in self-defense, like they got to go through all kind of stuff. Like you had a Dominican brother who got a situation in New York for defending his shop. And he went back to the Dominican Republic because they tried to charge him. I think like took the murder, something like that, a murder, whatever. And after he, uh, I think it was Mayor Eric Adams who went, yeah, because Eric Adams went into the shop. He was like, "Hey, why is this guy like? Why is he in jail?" So he kind of fought for dude to get. But it's like, come on, Eric Adams, New York, y'all know how y'all doing when it comes to self defense. It come to, So and the guy he defended himself with a knife, ended up getting took the murder. And this, young black guy was, what I'm saying, big black guy dude was, bigger black guy was, beating up on old dude. You know what I mean? Because his girlfriend couldn't get no purchase no stuff out the store, something like that. It was something petty. So she called her boyfriend, come over here, beat this, old dude up for me, right? And so old dude defended himself. But like I'm saying, like, situations like that, a person could be looking at attempted murder, you know what I mean? For defending themselves. And they in their own shop, you know? And this dude, he take the gun away from dude, defend himself on the train, and it's like, I don't know if dude here legally not, like I don't even know. Like I said, they gave his name, but I don't know if he got whatever. I don't know. I don't know if I don't even know if I can suspect dude did it because he was like he did some years in jail, woo woo blah blah. Accent he sound like he. But what I'm getting at, but this kind of stuff is going on right now in this country. for that judge to do what he doing right now, but all this stuff that I just kind of mentioned, went on tangent about that. Why would you pass that kind of law now? Knowing you got people who say, man, they getting all this free stuff, they getting all this stuff like that, they feeling some kind of way. You got people who, did time, they gotta, work jobs to stay out of trouble, you know what I mean? They doing all this stuff. And they looking around saying, well, damn, y'all gonna let them beat up on y'all like that? You know what I'm saying? And not even charge them, or it took the American people to have such an uproar against it for y'all to go back and charge them. Like, but this brother can't make one false move, and he probably going to jail for life just by being on probation. So he getting 20, 15 years. You got him going through the windmill, going through all kind of stuff, and it's like, but y'all letting them get away with all, like, yo, say what? So what that's going to do? What how that's got people feeling some kind of way? And it's like, yeah, like who? Why would y'all do that at this time? All right, so that's gonna kind of cause a situation to happen. You feel me? So with April 8th, with the eclipse and stuff that's happening, that's going on, it's causing, yeah, tensions to rise even higher than it is. All right. And why would you do that at this time, knowing the tension, knowing what's going on, knowing the beasts and fights and stuff, what's happening, what's going on. So yeah, yeah. And so but yeah, so they need to be worried, because but it's looking like in this country, a lot of signs on land and above. And everybody look for a sign, but no sign should be given except a sign of Jonah. Okay? 3 days, 3 nights. And they mentioned how this eclipse, April 8th, uh, it's going to go through like 8 cities named Nineveh. It's going to pass through like 8 towns, 8 cities with Nineveh. And we know about, Nineveh and Jonah, you know what I'm saying, going to Nineveh to go tell the people to repent and all that, you feel me? And then the belly fish 3 days, 3 nights. So 3 days of darkness, all that. Okay? Tove, what that deal with, the X, Tove, all that, right? Exodus, right? So telling people for a while, if y'all want to know the deeper breakdown, go to my old videos. There's other videos, people breaking it down. I'm not gonna do that too much in this video, Been saying it for years. Been saying it for like, this is what, 2017 or something, been saying it, what's to come. On Facebook and on here and all that, right? What's to come. So don't get scared now. Don't get paranoid. Don't get, oh my God, what to do? What this mean? Oh, break this down to me. Oh my goodness. So yeah, yeah, um, yeah. So with this time, just tell people, man, just look alive, man. Look alive. Be ready, because you never seen so much anticipation for an event like this, like an eclipse ever. I can recall a time where I've seen so many videos since I've been on uh had a YouTube or social media. I never seen so many videos like so many people just talking about this particular eclipse. I just never seen. I mean, eclipse was something on an esoteric level, a metaphysical level, was something that was still kind of, you know, not underground, but still kind of, hey, you got a little search for a little bit, right? No, it's just everywhere. And that's give another sign too. If people sleep with so many people breaking this down, either way, it's something to prepare for. The Gentiles giving their interpretation of it. You got Hebrew brothers giving our interpretation of it. You got ones who et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Either way, it's something to watch and pray. But if you've been watching and praying for the past couple of years, you don't have to really worry. But you just know, since you've been watching and praying, you've been doing your due diligence. You know what I'm saying? You've been doing doing the righteous, works. You feel me? Watching and praying, fasting. You ain't just doing it because of now. You've been doing it for years. You've been seeing the signs before this one. You've been seeing that, hey man, we in the time. I mean, you could look at even the technology. That's a sign. You can look at how the way people interact or don't interact with each other as a sign, you know. But it's like, yeah, no sign should be given. But Jonah, like, ain't no other, ain't nothing for me to really give y'all except Jonah. I mean, if y'all can't see this and see that, I'm just kind of what I feel like Yeshua was meaning by that. Like, hey, if y'all can't see this, y'all can't see that. Y'all, and that, well, ain't nothing for me to else to give but except for Jonah. Just, yeah, if you can't remember Jonah and see what was going on with that and apply that to this, then there ain't nothing else. Ain't no other sign. You don't need nothing else. If you can't get that, you know, if you have, especially if you have it raised in the consciousness, I feel like, man, even though everybody, wake up, I hear the argument that, everybody wake up at their own time, which is true. Some of us wake up at 8 o'clock, some of us wake up at 9, some of us wake up at 10, or everybody don't get up at the same time. True. But eventually you wake up in that day. Okay? So you might have woke up in 2001. You might have woken up in 2003. You might not have been woken up in 2008. You might not have woke up in 2010. You might have woke up in 2012. But at some point, X gonna mark the spot. At some point, the clock gonna say, all right, man, it's been 24 hours. You ain't woke up. You didn't wake up today. So you're dead. At some point, because everybody else says so, everybody who was meant to wake up today woke up today. Some people probably gonna wake up later on in the day. But at some point, the day is over with. Okay? At some point, today will be yesterday. And if you didn't wake up yesterday, then you're dead today. So when that time comes, no man know the day of the hour. But when that time comes and it is done, if you did not accept Yeshua HaMashiach as your Lord and Savior, if you did not respect his chosen eunuchs, if you did not respect his laws, statutes, commandments, and try your best to walk into it, because I know, man, we in this land, we with so many temptations, so much stuff, you know what I mean? But at least have not done everything to be a man after y'all's own heart, or a woman that, if you have not committed yourself or commit, try to be faithful, man. I don't know. I don't know. Um, if you always want a loving God, but you don't want a God of order and rules and of judgment, I don't know what to tell you. Like I don't know. Like I said, Jonah didn't want to listen to what y'all told Jonah to do, and because of that, was in the whale's belly, and that's a sign with a comet passing with the eclipse and all that, the time of constellation, all that, dragging all this stuff, the whale, all this, like it's a lot of the many videos. So I'm not gonna do that in this live. There's many videos going into it, right? Of how this plays out on a biblical scale, like nothing you ain't never seen before, right? Everything's lined up. And yeah, and was able to say, okay, I'll do what you say, and the whale spit them up. So if you cannot at this point or at some point recognize, you know what? Yeah, God is a loving God. God is a merciful God. But when y'all tell you to do something, you should have the heart to want to do it. You should understand that at some point, the Most High gonna get your attention. In the belly of the beast, probably put you in the belly of the beast to get your attention. All right. So, like any parent, there is rules. There's guidelines. There's something things that they do not like for you to do. When you do it, they don't like for you to do that. All right. They're gonna put their foot down. They're gonna put the law down. Okay. So I be hearing people saying, "Oh, God, the only God could judge me, only God could judge," and even if that be true, I could tell by the way they talk, they don't want God to be the judge. They want God to, you know, tell you every good thing you've done, and I don't want to tell you none of the bad stuff that you've done. Their God is not the God that that I read about. All right. And usually a lot of women, a lot of, females, all the women usually keep, be the one saying that, he's no more hard, or, judging the guy, this, that, other, blah, blah, God, and the judge. And it'd be like, yo, okay, I'll let you believe whatever you want. I'll let you, all right, whatever you want to believe, you believe that. That's your God, that's your God. Go ahead. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because there's nothing else we can tell you. If you believe that, then the God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob is your devil, and the devil is your God. Okay? If you believe that, or some false God has become your God. Because Old or New Testament, he deals with order, love, kindness, mercy. But God deals with order too, deals with wrath, deals with judgment as well. So if that's not your God, if your God don't deal with that at all, and I must ask, what real, no, where are you spiritually and mentally if God of the Bible, who you read all through it, deals with that? Okay, so divine, righteous judgment, and so we're not supposed to have fear, but we should have reverence. We should have high respect and reverence for Yah, for God, so for the Most High Yah. So yeah, but that's kind of what I wanted to say with this, man. That just a sign of times. Hey, be ready. Let us all be ready, myself included. Like I say, I'll try to be as ready as I can. I still don't feel like I'm as ready as I should be, but y'all willing, He could prepare me, to really be, have everything I need, right? Physically, mentally, spiritually, during this, this time. Okay, but yeah, like I say, oh yeah, then I might do another live. I just found out. For those who know about, some call it the biblical origin story of Samaria, the whole Anunnaki and all that, right? Uh, Gilgamesh, the epic Gilgamesh, that he had a gay lover called, I think, Indiku. So yeah. So Gilgamesh is kind of supposed to be like, I guess how people when they talk about Amun Ra, like this kind of mythical king who one say he did this, had superhuman powers, basically like a demigod. You know what I mean? Half God, half human, and and was able to go into his human hood when meeting fighting in Diku, and then after the fight, whatever, I guess they became lovers, whatever, and he became Gilgamesh became human and stuff, and they became real close bond. But yeah, man, I gotta tell you, man, hey, uh, you're not gonna find no culture on this earth where you ain't gonna have no gods, demigods, none of that. Okay, who wasn't involved in who was either trans or homosexual. You just you get what I'm saying? Like you're just not gonna find it. And of course, people have epic Gilgamesh, a story of the flood, and some of you find the Bible, know and all that. You know what I'm saying? So we all know the Hebrews come out of ancient Samaria. You know what I'm saying? Anunnaki. Out there. We're right. I'm getting all that. Cause that's some knowledge within itself. Those who know, those know. Feel me? You can find it on YouTube too. Like I said, I ain't trying to, but yeah. So, like I said, a lot of things be revealed. A lot of things be revealed. A lot of things be revealed. Time of the Elohim now. Rise up. Elohim. Okay? Malakim. Messengers. Elohim, Elohim. Ben Elohim, right? It's their time. It's their time. So it's number 8. They mentioned it has 8 cities. Of Nineveh, this Eclipse can go through. I mentioned 8. 8 is build and destroy. It's also 2024. 2024 give you 8. Build and destroy. So when one thing goes down, another is built up, right? Now we see how with all this stuff they try to destroy uh, diversity. They try, especially when it comes to sexuality here in Florida. A lot of people pushing back against that. I shared that story. So yeah, but just kind of want to put it out here. There's certain things that were just on my mind concerning. April 8th. Like I say, try to get some water stocked up. Get you some water filters. You got $9 filters for water. If you find some water, you can filter it out. Things like that. Have your a good EDC knife, some good EDC weaponry and stuff like that. Just try to do the best you can with what you got, what you was able to get before. But we don't know exactly if things gonna hit on that day. It's gonna be months down the line because when the eclipse happened in 2017, they didn't nothing really pop off major that year. It was a year. It was a year after that. Okay, when things was going so like yo, especially people getting sick and leaving from here. And then, man, 2019, 2020 was a whole new world, man. Okay, so like I say, it might happen that way again. It might be though 20 this year. It probably gonna be like, oh man, everything kind of similar. 2025 come 2026 gonna probably be that year. Then when 2027 get here, so you probably a 2 to 3 year span. Like I say, this year could just what I mean, pop off this year. Could be next year. But I'm giving at least it's gonna be from here to 2026 to 2027. Okay. But yeah, man. Just look alive. Look alive. Like I can say, look alive. If you ain't raised up in consciousness before that day, and I ain't gonna say it's April 8th. Hey, if you ain't woken up before it's time to really wake up, have mercy. Have mercy on all of us, but definitely have mercy. Like, cause I'm telling you gotta rise up. You gotta rise up conscious to that Christ conscience. You got to. If not, I'm stuck in this 3D hellhole, this third dimensional hellhole, where nothing lasts, not even long at all. As soon as you get it, it's gone. As soon as you're young, you're old. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you're hot, you get cold. You know what I mean? As soon as you get some gold, you're broke again. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you feel me? As soon as you meet somebody, y'all be cool. Oh man, they dead and dies deceased. Like, yeah, man, don't nothing really lasts here. Okay? So we gotta go to a time where time don't even exist almost. It's like, man, a whole day seemed like a whole year. Okay? And a whole year, it's like a century or something, man. You feel me? A year is like, a decade or century or something. You feel me? So yeah, it's yeah, you can really enjoy the fruits of your labor. You can enjoy it for a long time. As soon as you start waking up some stuff, you go, oh man, your body start moving different, acting different, all that. So yeah, you can, and for those who around my age, you remember time in America where time was very slow. A day actually felt like a day, even on this planet. Okay. But anyway, that's all I want to say. It's James Speed. Y'all be good. Shabbat Shalom. Uh, just be ready. April 8th, 2024. Don't be afraid. Just be ready. And I'm out. Y'all be good.